Hi, so we're asked to solve this following equation. So we have the equation 1/2 x minus 1/3 x equals negative 2 plus 25 over 6. So in order for us to solve this equation, we have to look at each side of this entire equation. So we're going to deal with one side at a time. Now, when we deal with one side at a time, that means we're going to find the least common denominator and combine these fractions together on each side. So, if we look at 1/2 x and minus 1/3 x, we look at our denominators and we have 2 and a 3. So when we do our times tables for 2 and 3, if we start writing out our times tables for each one of them, so like what I mean by that, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 6, 8, 10, blah, 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 blah. And then 3, 6, 9. Hang on real quick. Three, 6, 9, 12, 15, blah, 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 blah. So the first number, the smallest number that both of those lists have in common are 6. So that right there would be our LCD for our first two fractions. So what that means is that we're going to have something over 6x minus something over 6x. All right. Now, in order for us to figure out what these top numbers are, we actually do this process. 2 times what gets me 6? So you always got to ask yourself that question. The bottom number here times what gets you 6? So in this case, 2 times 3. And then that 3 times the top number of our original fraction will get us our top number of our new fraction. So 3 times 1 would be 3. All right, let's do that again. 2 times what gets me 6? 3. And then 3 times 1, and that's where this 3 comes from. So now let's do it with the next fraction. 3 times what gets me 6? 2. And then 2 times 1 gets me 2. All right. So now we have two fractions with the same denominators, so we can combine them and get it to be a single fraction. So we just subtract the top numbers, and we get 3 minus 2, which is 1 over 6x. All right. Same process goes for the other fractions on the other side. All right. So this is technically a negative 2 over 1. So now we got to get a common denominator between 1 and 6. So in this case, between 1 and 6, your LCD is going to be 6. So that would be something over 6. And that would be something over 6. All right, still keeping the negative signs and the plus signs. So just to make things easy, since we already have something over 6 in our original problem, 25 over 6, that's still going to stay 25 over 6. Okay, that's still going to be the same. So to figure out what the missing piece is on the first fraction, we do what times 1 will give me a 6, 6, and then 6 times 2, that's where this 12 would come from. So now all we have to do is just add or subtract the top numbers together. So we have a negative 12 plus 25. So negative 12 plus 25, that would give us a 13 on the top and still a 6 on the bottom. All right. So now to figure out x, or to get x by itself, we have 1 divided by 6 on the left side. So to undo a divide, the opposite of division is multiplying. So instead of dividing both sides by 1 over 6, we can actually multiply both sides by 6. All right. So now whenever we multiply both sides by 6, this 6 cancels out with this one, leaving us with just 1x, or just x. And then over on the right-hand side, this 6 actually cancels out with this 6. So all we're left with here is just 13. So in this problem, our final answer would be x equals 13. All right. So definitely reach out to me if you guys have any questions. This was just one question that was submitted by a student. I'm more than happy to make a video like this for future problems. So just let me know, see what I can do to help. All right.